All right. So this is a quick review of Chapter 1, Section 2, which we learned about using operations with significant digits. How do you add, subtract, multiply, and divide and still maintain the correct number of significant digits? Are you listening? Here's the biggest idea. Your answer cannot have more significant digits than the problem. Well, what do I mean by that? Well, there's actually two different meanings, one for addition and subtraction and the other one for multiplication and division. Let's get into that. First question asks about addition and subtraction on your screen, and it's saying, what's the answer for 35.32 minus 2.3519? Well, you can do a calculator, figure it out, and then you got to round to the correct number of significant digits. How do I do that? Well, look at place value. Write that down if you need to. For addition and subtraction, we look at place value. So, what is the place value of the last significant digit here, this 2 at the end? It's in the tenths. So that over there is in the tenths. And then the place value of the 19, maybe I should pick another color so I can talk about the green one or the red one. That 9 at the end is in the it's in the 10,000ths. And nobody corrected me, but that's in the 10,000ths. And I messed up. Did you notice my mess up? I don't see it in the chat. Just curious if you'd catch it. There should have been hundredths because the 2 is in the hundredths place. Now, question is, which one is less precise? Hundredths or 10,000ths? What do you think? Hundredths or 10,000ths? Actually, hundredths is less precise. So when you get your answer, you're going to have to round it so that it ends with the hundredths, okay? That's how we do it. How about question number 2? The first one is in the thousandths, and the second one's in the hundredths. So if you have thousandths and hundredths, which one's less precise? The answer is hundredths because they're bigger. So you have to round your answer so that it's in the hundredths. Okay? Let's take the number 11 on your screen and actually answer it. It says that the first number, let's go ahead and write on it with a blue marker here. This one has a 3 at the end, and that's in the 100ths place. Okay. And then this one has a 3 at the end, that's also in the 100ths place. And this one has a 1 at the end, which is in the thousands place. All right. What is least precise? The answer is hundredths. So if I took my calculator and I added those numbers, if you don't mind, I'll just whip out my phone. So I've got 8.73 plus 46.33. Oh, too many threes. 46.33 plus 8.871. 8.871. And the answer is 63.931. Let me write that down. So this answer was 63.931. So how am I supposed to round 63.931? We said to the nearest hundredth. So if I take another color, I can contrast that. I'm going to chop it off after the hundredths. And the 1 doesn't make it round up. So the answer is you can't see that color there. 63.93. That's what the answer is. All right. So is that different or the same thing when you multiply? And the answer is different. See, on these multiplication ones, instead of looking at place value, maybe you need to write this down, we're going to look at how many digits are there that are significant, okay? Do you know on this first one? 0.75. You can put it in the chat or wherever you'd like. You could probably unmute yourself. How many significant digits are there in 0.75? Okay, so there's 2 here. How about in 0.04? Most people get the 0.75, and then unfortunately, a lot of people don't get the 0.04 correct. How many are in 0.04? We got guesses of 1 or 2, 2, 2, 1. So it's probably 1 or 2, maybe 3 though, because people aren't sure about the 0 in the middle. So because it's not between significant digits, the 0 in the middle is not significant. Just the 4 at the end. So there's only one significant digit there, okay? So which is less precise, to have 2 significant digits or only have 1 significant digit? The answer is 1 significant digit. So when you multiply the 0.75 times the 0.04, turns out the answer ends up with 0. I'll use my fingers faster. 0.03. Does that have 1 significant digit already, or do I add a 0 at the end? And the answer is it has 1 significant digit, so it's perfect. So that's the key idea. Your answer has to have the same numbers, that can't have more significant digits than the numbers you were multiplying or dividing. Does that make sense? You can't be more precise in your answer than the problem was. So real quickly, we'll just zoom through the rest of the answers. Number 2, you have 2 significant digits in 93 and 3 in the 5.38. So we're going to round to. Anyone know? You can throw it in the chat. If you have 2 digits in one and 3 digits in the other, what do we round to? Good job, Natalie. 2 significant digits. This one has 4 here and 4 here. What do we round to? 4 significant digits. This one only has 1 significant digit there and 3 over here. So we're going to round till it only has 1 significant digit. And that's the key idea, is round to the correct number of significant digits so that your answer doesn't have more significant digits than the problem had. It's not more precise than the problem.